Hello darlings, and welcome to another character prediction tarot reading for Dragon Age Dreadwolf. I said it correctly this time. I almost said Dreadful again. So, with the dark green hair, with the green energy, who do we have today? Antoine and Evka. And there's a reason why I put them together, because in Tevinter Nights, they appear together, and in The Missing, they appear together. So I am only to assume that if they appear in Dragon Age Dreadwolf, they will appear together. In addition, they are Grey Wardens. They were in Hunger, so they know the Hunger Demon. They helped Varric and Lace, so they know a few things. They might have a few connections as well. Maybe they're going back to Wastehopped. So I'm assuming that together they might appear as not as companions, not as advisors, but as quest givers for maybe a specific quest to offer some information. Perhaps we're gonna see them around here and there in Thedas, here and there being Wastehopped, maybe the Deep Roads, or maybe somewhere else as well. But I think definitely for a certain mission, for a quest and information. I don't know if they would accompany us on the quest or just give the information, but definitely allies that we can recruit in our large mixed bag of allies. So, and from the short story, we know that they are married now, so, or will be soon, so definitely they will appear together. So what do the cards have to say about Antoine and Evka appearing in Dragon Age Dreadwolf, Dragon Age 4, and both of their relationships in regards to the Dragon Age 4 protagonist, with the protagonist? Ooh, we have a reversal. So it is 13. Well, in the Green Witch Tower deck is the Lord of Shadows. That's very intriguing, because for the Lord of Shadows, does it make me think of the Hunger Demon? Is it Hunger Demon? It could have a representation of a demon, a shadowy figure, and well, it's basically, the card is death reversed, but it doesn't necessarily mean death, but it could mean you know, a demon that causes death. In the Dragon Age Inquisition tarot deck, it's Blackwall when he's gone. So reversed, this card represents stagnation. Stagnation, maybe there's something that Antoine and Evka are working on, maybe something to do with the Grey Wardens, and there's some stagnation, which is why the Dragon Age 4 protagonist comes in and is needed. Their help is needed. Our help is needed. Resistance to changes. Are they going to be the one resisting changes, or are we going to be the ones resisting changes? Perhaps there are a lot of changes that are going to happen in Thedas. So maybe they and us are there to help the people adapt to whatever change is happening. Blame. Ooh, well, if there are a lot of drastic changes in Thedas because of different things, people are going to blame Solus, people are going to blame mages, they're going to blame the Mage Templar War, they could blame they can blame the Grey Wardens, they can blame you know, dwarves in regards to the Deep Roads, elves, humans. There's a lot of blame to go around. Ultimately, it's all Solus's fault, basically, but maybe also other Evernears, depending what is going on, depending what changes are happening. Immobility. So the inability to move things forward, which goes with stagnation. Self-evaluation that is required. I see that more as a Grey Warden thing. The Grey Wardens are going to have to evaluate themselves in order to move things forward. It'll stall things. Falling out with allies. Well, I can see the Grey Wardens falling out with allies. Maybe that's why they come to seek an alliance. Mages falling out with allies. Different people falling out with allies. And there are a lot of mages in the Grey Wardens. And there are a lot of Templars in the Grey Wardens. Maybe within the Grey Wardens falling out with allies. That would be interesting to see which allies are at odds with each other and how we come in, how we not patch things up, but bring things back together to move things forward to save Thedas, basically. Being denied a legacy, the legacy of the Grey Wardens. If the Grey Wardens are being blamed or if they're losing allies because of different things, the Grey Wardens have a legacy, so being denied the legacy of the Grey Wardens, which kind of is fitting that it's Blackwall. Also, for the Dragon Age Inquisition Tarot deck. Avoidance of change, which matches resistance to change. The lack of emotional depth. Lack of emotional depth, it could simply mean a lack of a sensitivity or an understanding of certain things. It could be as simple as that, but it could also be a broader scope. Emotional depth, Solus claimed that Thedas walking through Thedas was as though walking amongst tranquil. So Thedosians perhaps are perceived as lacking emotional depth in comparison to ancient elves. So there could be something with the Grey Wardens and the ancient elves. Loss and absence. Well, loss of allies, loss or absence of allies. Loss and absence, not necessarily losing allies, they don't want to be your allies anymore, but losing allies, they're investigating things and we can't find them anymore. They're suddenly gone. So maybe Evka and Antoine go missing. One of them go missing, we look for the other one. That would be more like a side quest thing, but I would hope that if there was a scenario like that, it would be linked to something more important, something bigger in relation to the Grey Wardens. Maybe the eggs, maybe the griffins, things like that. It's a simple reading because it's Antoine and Evka. We're still discovering them. We know them from the stories, but we don't know too much about them aside from their relationship with each other. So, but that's my assessment of it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about Antoine and Evka and Death Reversed, the Lord of Shadows. I have a feeling that there's something like a demon, lingering somewhere. That's a feeling I get from this card. Let me know your thoughts and like this video for like and subscribe to be Jimmy approved. And I'll see you all soon. Masaranas.